All right. Happy Thursday to everybody out there. We are live and checking in. All right, great evening, everybody. Welcome. We are getting this party started. Great evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. We are here checking in for Movement to Lose It. We want to definitely give you all the opportunity to tag, share, to tell somebody, all right? We are on healthy-driven-life.com on social media. This is going to be an incredible conversation about health. And we're going to launch a simple plan, all right, y'all? So happy Thursday, everybody. We're going to have a few moments before we get started. We want to say welcome to everybody out there. Great evening to all of you. And get ready. All right, great evening, everybody. Happy Thursday, all right? We're going to get this started. We're going to give it about another 60 seconds. All right, welcome. Happy Thursday to all of you that are jumping on. If you are somebody out there that's ready to take your health to the next level, then you definitely want to stay tuned. Yes, we have a phenomenal conversation on tonight. Ready to just share from our hearts, to talk about the state of health, to talk about our health, and to talk about how we can truly live life to the fullest. All right, so great evening, everybody. Welcome. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this started on tonight. All right, so great evening to all of you that are jumping on this evening.
Just 1 minute with easy exercises, jumping jacks and arm circles. All you have to do is simply roll out of bed and move your... Get ready to turbocharge your weight loss journey with the Move and Lose Challenge. With our simplest plan ever, all you need to do is wake up, hydrate, and move. Kickstart your day in just 1 minute with easy exercises like jumping jacks, arm circles. All you have to do is simply roll out of bed and move your body for 5 minutes. Boost your fat-burning power with no knee. An advantage along with a quick daily 10-minute move session. No equipment, no gym, no excuses. Anyone can do this and watch the weight drop. Take a walk, jog, or run. Or perhaps you like to dance, put on your favorite tunes and move. No equipment, no gym, no excuses. Anyone can do this and watch the weight drop. It's simple. Join us on Thursday, April 10th at 9 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. PST for an exciting and engaging kickoff. Here's a bonus. Register today and you'll receive a 15% off special link from the person who invited you right after attending our live event. Your future is calling you. Don't miss this fun, life-changing kickoff as we discuss powerful topics and launch the plan. Your health is your greatest wealth. Register now.
All right, all right. So great evening to everyone that is jumping on here tonight. We want to say hello to all of our guests. I think I'm over a little bit too far. Let me get
Hello,
my
hello, and congratulations, everybody, for jumping on. If you're out there listening to us, guys, grab yourself some pen and paper. We're gonna give you guys some hard-hitting stuff, but you're gonna give you some real stuff. All right. If you don't mind, we're not gonna be mamby-pamby tonight. We're gonna give you guys some information that you can actually use, but it's gonna be very thought-provoking. I love video. Can we play the video again?
You want to play it again?
I want to play it again. Let's play it again.
All right, let's play it again.
Because you know it's quick.
All right.
Just how we gonna be.
Let's play it
Quick
one
to the
more
point.
time.
Turbocharge your weight loss journey with the Move and Lose Challenge. With our simplest plan ever, all you need to do is wake up, hydrate, and move. Kickstart your day in just 1 minute with easy exercises like jumping jacks and arm circles. All you have to do is simply roll out of bed and move your body for 5 minutes. Boost your fat-burning power with no knee. An advantage along with a quick daily 10-minute move session. No equipment, no gym, no excuses. Anyone can do this and watch the weight drop. Take a walk, jog, or run. Or perhaps you like to dance, put on your favorite tunes and move. No equipment, no gym, no excuses. Anyone can do this and watch the weight drop. It's simple. Join us on Thursday, April 10th at 9 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. PST for an exciting and engaging kickoff. Here's a bonus. Register today and you'll receive a 15% off special link from the person who invited you right after attending our live event. Your future is calling you. Don't miss this fun, life-changing kickoff as we discuss powerful topics and launch the plan. Your health is your greatest wealth. Register now.
All right, your health is your greatest wealth. From my understanding, we're gonna be doing this every week.
Yeah.
Is that the case? All right.
At least for now.
For now, for this month. All right, so let's kick
Having
this
some
thing off,
candid
man.
conversations.
Candid conversation. So what I like is that it said no gym. You don't have to worry about the gym. You don't have to worry about gym memberships. You don't have to worry about having a bunch of weights. It's all about simplicity, and you actually creating a lifestyle of having some fun. So, guys, I am absolutely here with my amazing business partner, and BFFs, Pam McCrae. Say what's up, Pam? Y'all know who she is.
Absolutely.
She's a well-renowned celebrity. You guys know who she is, right? She is the millionaire mom, the butterfly herself. But, guys, Pam and I are joined by some other amazing people that happen to be on our amazing team. I want to start off with bringing on Miss Twayla and Bobby. What's happening, y'all? Come on, introduce yourselves quickly so we can get it popping.
Great evening, everybody. My name, of course, is Bobby Patterson, otherwise known as Bobby P, coming out of the metropolis of Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am here with this amazing lady here.
And I am Twayla, y'all, Twayla Lattimore from Charlotte. And I'm super excited to be here. And y'all, it's about to be a conversation and a time tonight. So get excited.
Let's go. Let's go. Miss Valerie Stewart out of the fair city of
Atlanta, Georgia. So
Yep.
Valerie Stewart, nice to be here with you, everyone. I'm looking forward to the conversations.
Outstanding. And we have the one and only Miss Franchon. What's going on, Franchon?
You know what's going on, Coach. It is on and popping. I am excited. My name is Franchon Hutchinson, and I am residing in Newport News, Virginia, and I'm ready to go.
Newport News, VA. All right,
Yeah.
So guys, as you can see, all of us actually have a story, right? We've been through some things, and we're not unique. You guys have been through some things as well, and you can identify with some of the things that you're going to hear tonight. We've all had weight loss struggles. Yeah, I have. Pam has, right? Just because we sit up in there and we look a little skinny, y'all like, y'all ain't had no weight loss. Yes, we did.
Right.
Yes, we did.
Right.
So everybody on here has had struggles, and guess what? Still has struggles. But we believe that we have something tonight that you guys can benefit from. It's not just our charming personalities, not just the information that we're going to give you guys, but also we're going to share with you guys some products that we know. We don't believe, we just absolutely know work. All right. So we're going to share that with you guys as we move along in this process. All right. So one of the things that I want to make sure we start off with understanding is if you're listening to us tonight, we want to make sure we keep everything simple, because all of you guys know on the panel, and all of you out there know that patience has gone something of a thing of the past. Mm-hmm. Nobody's patient anymore. Nobody wants to listen to long drawn out stuff, but also nobody wants to do long drawn out stuff to drop weight, to feel better as well. Back in the day, you used to could sit down and go to all of these health and wellness classes and listen to all of the seminars, but now nobody wants to do that. People want it right now. They want to know, what do I need to do? Keep it simple so that I don't have to do a whole bunch of long drawn out stuff. Okay. So let's start out with the first piece, guys, which is the mindset. Some of you guys know our mantra is mind, body, money, in that order. The mental aspect, if you get the mental right, the body follows, and now you're there to make the money, however you make your money. All right. So the simplicity of it is we got to get the right mindset first and foremost. So I want to start with Twayla. Twayla, I know that you've struggled with your weight, then you lost weight, and then you gain weight again. Can you talk to us briefly about how that transition happened from losing weight to gaining weight again to now on your journey again?
Yeah, so I sure can. So y'all, life happens, right? And I can remember when I lost the weight, I made a decision, like it was some health issues going on, and I've learned to be proactive instead of reactive. And so I lost the weight. I lost 70 pounds, and life began to life. I had issues going on with my mother. I had issues going on with one of my kids, and life just got away from me. And a lot of times what we fail to realize is that we're stress eating. And that's what I began to do. I began to stress eat. I was not sleeping. My hormones and all of those things was just out of whack. And I forgot about me and taking care of me and what I needed to focus on for me. Having a career, running a business, being a mom, being a daughter, all of those things. And it just got out of hand, and I gained that weight back plus some. So I've been there, and to be a part of something and to know something and to now begin to do something differently. It's time for that change again. So yeah, that's how I lost it and gained it back. And on the road to losing it back, because this being unhealthy, and it's not just a matter of weight. You talked about mindset, Coach Nate, and I know where I was at when I lost the weight and what my mindset was, and going through all those things, we tend to forget that, oh, the shift is happening for that moment. And that's what I forgot in those moments.
So life happens. Go ahead.
Right, and that's true. Life always happens to all of us, and I believe, and I see all the heads shaking on here, and I'm sure that there's people out there that's shaking their heads too, because we all can relate to different situations happening in our life, and now all of a sudden the weight just packing on, and it's not until you really get that shift, right, that mindset shift, Twayla, that you begin to make a difference, right? I remember being my heaviest, after losing my dad, and I didn't realize that I was putting on that weight. But again, life had happened, and then I looked up and didn't even realize that I was really depressed, and had allowed myself to, that's a normal kind of situation to kind of be in after losing my dad. But at the same time, I didn't realize that my weight had gotten out of control until one day I woke up and I was like, it shifted. I got to take back control. I got to remember my health. But
what made you, when you woke up, what made you make that shift? What happened? I mean, what did you see something? Did you hear something? What happened?
Actually, for me, I heard something, right? I did. I heard something. I actually saw something online. And when I saw something online, I ended up connecting with an incredible coach who I never forget, where it was just not even a second thought to drop $5,000 in order to be a part of a course that she was doing at that time. And that course actually changed my it changed my entire life. I remember, going to Nate, because I was like, listen, I just feel like I need to do this. And that was the shift for me. And literally, that was what helped me to take back control. And I'm forever grateful. So, you know, it goes back to the very thing that you are looking for is looking for you,
Absolutely.
you know, and that's what shifted for me.
And it's about noticing it quick, because our state of affairs in the world right now, I'm just going to be honest, it's almost, I want to say almost, but I kind of want to say it's I'm going to keep almost in there so I can be courteous. It's almost popular to be unhealthy.
I got some facts.
Pam has some facts, right? And Pam's going to read some of the facts to you, right? And then we're going to get some other opinions and talks on here. But it's almost like now, guys, we're going to tap into food. Food is now considered a drug. It was never that before. Some of y'all are like, Now, some of you are drug addicts out there. Hearing me? Because you can't stop eating the stuff that you're eating. You've tried. I know this sounds harsh, but guess what? Until you hear the truth, you can never act on the truth.
Right.
And some of you just can't stop eating the stuff that you're eating. And let's just face it, what you put in your mouth, what you pick up with your hand and put in your mouth is the main catalyst for you being unhealthy. I don't care how you slice it.
Right.
You can tell yourself whatever you want to hear, but guess what? It is actually what the facts are that matters. Give us some of those facts, Pam.
Absolutely. So, number one, over 75% of U.S. adults are overweight and obese, okay? And we won't even get into the fact that over 50% of our children, okay? So obesity, the number is continuing to rise.
Right.
The average American consumes 57 pounds of added sugar per year. Okay, that's about 17 teaspoons of sugar per day, mostly from processed foods, drinks, and snacks. 60% of the American diet is made up of ultra processed foods. Ultra. These are foods that are high in sugar, unhealthy fats, additives, and preservatives, but low in actual nutrition. Fast food makes up 11% of the American diet. Portion sizes have increased 2 to 3 times since the 1970s. All right. What used to be a large is now regular. So we're eating more without even realizing it. And 1 in 4 Americans eat fast food every single day. And then the U.S. spends the most on healthcare, yet ranks low in health outcomes.
All right, save those last three. Save those last three, right? So you guys are hearing this out there, and you can't turn a deaf ear to it.
Right.
You're hearing it. You know it's the truth, but there's something that's stopping you from actually acting on that truth and putting a plan in place. Now, I want to flip over to Franshawn Hutchinson because, I know that Franshawn will put a plan in place, and as a matter of fact, she has put a plan in place to help with her health. Franshawn, I know you don't mind saying it. How old are you?
61.
61. Okay.
Yes.
Franshawn has put a plan in place, and I want you guys to know that she's sticking to her plan because she has developed a mindset. Now, watch this. Before Franshawn talks, I want you to get this, right? It's an inside job. Franshawn, realize this. It's an inside job. It's mindset. If we said nothing else in this entire presentation, guys, that's enough for you to think about, okay? You need a vision and a plan. The war is only won if you win enough of the battles, all right? Now, one of my movies that I like is Training Day. And one of the guys on there said, life is about smiles and cries. You got to have more smiles than you do cries. That means you're winning more battles. That means you're not always doing the right thing all the time, but you're doing the right thing most of the time. All right. And I know Franshawn got fed up with going back and forth because there was a little procrastination that Franshawn could come up with, but she decided to stop. Franshawn, talk to us a little bit about what made you stop, why you started to put this plan in place, and how important your plan is.
Well, what started me initially was seeing my childhood friends that were my age or a little younger that I thought or appeared to be in good health pass away. Heart attacks. They didn't tell people about the different diseases, and come to find out it was their eating habits. Most of them ate themselves to death.
Yes.
And realizing that I have grandkids, that I want to see. There are places in the world that I want to travel to. And we all know that when you get over 50, you get extra around the midsection, and it's harder to lose. But being able to just walk a mile, walk up and down stairs, and in my profession, being able to keep up with my clients and up and out, up and down stairs, in and out my car, and not be exhausted or out of breath, I needed to make a change.
So knowing that you needed to make that change, you did it, and you saw something that triggered you. And yes. I think that's the case for everybody. There's something that triggers you. It could be a certain person that says it, because the people that are closest to you, most of the time, you don't pay them any attention, right? But it's something that triggers you, something that's said, or possibly someone that said it. Now, for Pam, it was someone that's the different person saying it and what that person said. Right. It was enough to intrigue them and to intrigue Pam to say, hey, Nate, I want to pay these $5,000 and I want to be a part of what's going on here. And she did, and it changed her life. How long ago was that?
2020.
2020. That was 5 years ago, and she hasn't turned back. So now we're saying all of this so that somebody out there now will, at some point, maybe this is your turning point. Maybe you're saying, okay, I'm ready now. That's what I needed to hear, because I have people in my camp that's telling me what I want to hear, right? Because this entire thing is about your environment,
right?
Your why. One of the things that we always recommend is put a picture of the body that you really want and work towards that body, putting small things in place, taking those baby steps, but constantly making change. A lot of a little bit adds up. Okay. So guys, hopefully you hear something tonight that triggers you to get started, like Franchon did, like Twyla did. And I want to flip over to our historian, Miss Valerie Stewart, because she is like a historian guru. And she is that person that she can get a little bit in her head at times. Yeah, I'm telling all y'all, baby. Right? She can get in her head. She's like, am I going to do that? But if I don't do it, what would happen? I don't know. And she can get a little bit, in her head and be her own worst enemy. So Valerie, have you made that shift yet to say, I'm burning the boat and I'm not turning back? Yes or no?
I think I have, yes.
Okay. You think you have, or you
know? No, I have.
Yeah. Y'all see what I'm talking about? I wasn't lying. I told y'all. That's all right. But see, we adjust. She has. So now that you've made that decision, you're saying, I'm going to burn the boat. I am not going back. What in your mind for you, what does not going back mean? What does that look like? What are some of the things that you're going to burn the boat on and not go back on?
I think just not living a world of convenience, and convenience meaning not preparing food that I know is healthier for me, just picking it up easier because I want to. Yes. Not exercising because I'm tired, not doing, what I need to do, drink water because maybe I want something that tastes a little better, or craving sugar or something like that, but not doing the things or setting the things up in place to take my mind off, going for a walk instead of sitting down watching TV. Yes. Or doing different things like that. So that's what.
Absolutely. So now I love that you're talking about that. So how do we get into the accountability part? Because self-accountability, that's where it really is. External accountability, you may need to start there. But guys, even if you have external accountability, unless you have some sort of a wire attached to you that shocks you every time you go somewhere or do something you shouldn't do, reach for something in the store that you shouldn't have, that accountability and external doesn't work. You have to make a decision. Internal accountability is the key. So, Valerie, if you go to the store now and you're walking it around the store, do you desire the things that you used to eat? Or do you say I don't want them anymore? Or do you still want them, but you have a way to not get them?
I think we're all human. I think we're human. And so you may want it or think that you want it, but you have to think about what are the end results of it. So if I go down this aisle with all the sugary snacks, then that's going to set me back days from what I've done. So I walk around as much as it pains me, and I make a list. So I know that I'm not tempted. I got to stick to that list, get it and go. You know, I don't like shopping because I think about the things that I used to have, and I'm like, it's not fun because then you get a grocery cart and it's a little slim, but you know, the long-term gains of it is much better than sick, hospital, feeling bad, all that kind of thing. So
absolutely,
it's worth it.
And so let's just keep it 1,000, right? Yeah. You know, going to the store these days, most people are like, well, shoot, what am I going to eat? If I can't eat all of that, what am I going to eat? So when we think about programming, here's the reality of it all. We have all been programmed to believe that we need to eat the things that they give us, that we know are bad for us. But we make the excuse that says, well, if I got to eat something. But as a grown human adult, you have to make better choices. You have to say, now some of y'all are like, no, he didn't just tell me as a grown human. Yes, I did, right? You need somebody in your life that's going to talk to you like that, because what you've been doing thus far hasn't worked. And if you don't take control, your life shortens every single hour that you're not taking control. Okay. There's so much, guys, that we can talk about that we're not going to touch on this. We're going to have another segment where we're going to strictly talk about strength training and muscle gain and how that does. But we want to introduce you guys to some products also during this segment to get you guys started. And I'm going to also give you guys some numbers to write down that's going to actually give you the steps that you need to get going, to simply get going, right? So looking at the fact that there are a lot of different diseases that we deal with every day. I mean, there's a whole almanac of them. And people have gotten very good. Watch this. Tell me if I'm wrong. People have gotten very good at describing to you what their illnesses are and what medications they're taking. But they're no good at telling you what they're doing to stop taking those medications and stop being ill. Now, I know a gentleman that is very good at telling you his medications, what he was taking, and what he did to stop. And that's Mr. Bobby P. Bobby P, talk to us about your struggles with weight gain and how you took control of not only your weight, but also whatever you had going on in your body that the doctor told you wasn't right. Talk to everybody.
Sure. Coach Nate, I appreciate the opportunity to just share. Just going back to my journey started about 6 years ago, back in 2019. And I had what I guess a psychiatrist called a C moment, which is a significant emotional event. And it got to a point where it shook me. And I had to say, you know what? I don't want this life anymore. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to look this way no more. And plus, on top of that, I was having friends that was passing away in their 40s. And I was not in a good place as far as my health was concerned. I was knocking on 400 pounds. So I had to change. And so also dealing with multiple sclerosis, you know, the doctors would try to get me to take all types of medication and whatnot. But the reality is that I was in bad health long before an MS diagnosis because of the food choices I was making. I had to get to a place to understand that I was eating to deal with some stuff that was internal. And so part of my journey, part of my process, my transformation, I had to deal with the internal issues to get the outside income outcome. And so that's where it started at. It started at as far as just changing my mindset, changing my mind, and understanding if this was going to happen, I was going to have to stop making excuses and make a decision to live.
Stop making excuses and make a decision to live.
That right there.
The numbers weren't stacking up for Bobby. And he didn't just look at him and say, you know what, I'm going to be all right. He looked at him and said, I have to do something.
I have to do something.
Right? But here's the thing, guys, we all have a pain point. And I love what you said, Bobby, a C moment, a significant emotional event. Mm-hmm. And some people will have those C moments continuously multiple times a day, but will overlook them with the mindset that says, well, it'll be okay. Mm-hmm. Right? Until they go to the doctor and you get the bad news. Now it's no longer a proactive event. Now it's all reactive. Right. Now you have to fight from behind to come back level. So some of you are saying right now, I'm already behind. This is your C moment today, tonight, right now. This is your moment when you have that significant emotional event and you say, this is my moment where I'm going to do better. And I'm going to take the simple plan that you're going to get tonight and I'm going to implement it. And you're going to say, you know what? I don't have to be perfect, but I do have to start. Plain and simple. There's no way around it. Change your environment. If you have people around you that are enabling you, change your environment. I wish I could give you guys the magic pixie dust and hit you the wand to say your mindset is there. No, nothing else is going to shake you. But guys, it's going to be a journey. Mm-hmm. It's going to be something that you're going to have to do. That's going to challenge you. Okay. So what we got? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys some numbers at the end. Stick around because you're gonna want the simple plan. All right. Here's some facts. The truth will set you free. Stop talking and start listening and taking action. Some of us will just talk ourselves in and talk ourselves out.
Right.
That happens more than not. It's like you get by yourself. When you turn this video off and you stop listening, there's going to be that inside voice or the voice on your shoulder that tells you what you're doing is okay. You got time. Don't worry about it. You know, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be okay. Such and such said, you can eat all of that food. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you, stop listening to them. Listen to what we're telling you now because it's simple. All right. Check this out. Here's something else. Double-mindedness, right? Telling yourself what you want to hear, but looking for the results of what you need to hear. Telling yourself what you want to hear, but looking for the results of what you need to hear. Get congruent. Be hard on yourself. It is going to be you versus you telling yourself what you need to do. All right. And you're going to have to hold yourself accountable because we know here's the hard-hitting reality of it all. When you get behind closed doors and nobody's watching you, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. So you do it.
Right.
When you leave out of the house, watch this. I'm gonna hit somebody in the gut right now. You got a spouse right now that's probably telling you at home you shouldn't be eating that. Don't eat that. And they're fixing you good food at home. They're holding you accountable. And you're like, thank you, baby. Thank you for that. But as soon as you get those car keys and you get out that door, you headed straight to the burger joint. You headed straight to the rib joint. You getting your favorite food. Now, guess what? In a real world, once you get back level and you get a little bit above level, you can have those cheat moments. But right now, guess what? You can't. And I lost some of y'all with that. Some of y'all just hung up because you will not stop eating that food. You ain't giving it up. They don't care what nobody say to you.
Right.
And guess what? You'll be the person that goes and gets those bad reports. All right. And we want to make sure we're stopping that right now. What's popular or what's best? What's popular or what's best? And we always go for what's best, but what's best is always going to require the most of you. Right.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you that everybody on here, the reason you guys are on this panel is because they've actually made choices. And I can actually vouch for them. They've made choices now. And now there's even more pressure on them because who you see on the screen right now, they've all lost weight. They're feeling better. They're taking a product or products that is absolutely amazing. We're gonna show you guys a video of one of the amazing products that they're taking right now, right? And this product is amazing because we're gonna talk about right after this. We're gonna talk about these GLP-1s that everybody is chomping at the bit to get their hands on. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. We're gonna show you a product that is going to be all natural. That's gonna take care of that for you. Ready? Here we go.
Losing inches isn't easy, especially around your belly. Visceral fat is the stubborn belly fat that hides your hard-earned abs. This killer fat surrounds our organs, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. Now you can give your hips, waist, and abs the advantage your body deserves. Introducing AbVantage, a stimulant-free hip and waist reducer from Colab. The active ingredients are clinically shown to help you burn calories 10 times faster. It works by activating fat-burning cells that target stubborn visceral fat to slim your hips and waist and help reveal your abs. It helps increase your metabolism so you can burn more calories and get leaner faster. Plus, it helps prevent rebound weight gain. Ditch yo-yo dieting. No more hiding in photos. Feel confident about your health. The advantage for slimmer hips and waist and helping reveal those abs is yours. So start taking AbVantage today.
All right, so that is our incredible game-changing product that just recently launched that we tell you is flying off the shelves. All right, we cannot keep this in stock. And so what we're going to do now is we want to kick it on over to Bobby and Twyla so that they can really talk about this diet trap, you know, because there's so many people out there that fall prey to the diets and, you know, they're on these yo-yo diets and situations in which it's not a lifestyle change. And a lot of it can wreak havoc on our body long-term as opposed to helping. So we'll turn it over to them and let them share a few nuggets on that tonight. Right.
Well, everyone is noticing the hottest trend now as far as weight loss is concerned. And it is these GLP-1s, or what the technical word is, the glucagon peptide 1. It actually is a class of medications that actually mimic the effects of a natural hormone, GLP-1, that naturally occurs in our body. And to cut all the technical stuff out right now, basically what it does, it initially was to just deal with diabetes. But what they found out during the process of people taking it is that it was help reducing appetites. And so you reduce the appetite, you don't eat as much, so therefore you start losing weight. And that's where you losing weight, but what else is happening at the same time? And is anything changing as far as outside of taking the shot or taking the pill? Is there any real lifestyle changes taking place? And a lot of times the answer is no.
Yeah, so a lot of times the answer is no. And I'm in healthcare. And so I'm not anti-medication, but what I am is about educating people about these medications. So like Bobby said, it was originally for diabetics. And when you suppress your appetite, yeah, you're going to by default lose weight. But the issue is behind these medications is that it doesn't teach people how to create a healthy lifestyle. It doesn't teach people about the foods that you need to eat. It's a quick fix for those that are using it for weight loss. And so if you're using it for weight loss, you still struggling with emotional eating, because I know people personally on it. And when they're off of it, they going back to the eating the sweets, the eating the candies. I know one person in particular who was able to qualify for insurance to pay for it because she spiked her A1C. And what that is because it was made for diabetics. If you have a high enough A1C, which is your blood sugar levels over a period of time, then that's how you're qualifying for it. So what are you really solving? Are you fixing the emotional eating? Are you working on your mindset, the stress, your hormones, your metabolism? Because all of that plays a part in it. And the thing is, when you get off of this, are you going to take it for 6 months? You're going to take it for a year? You're going to take it for 2 years? Because it's not sustainable. And so therefore you're going to go to that rebound weight. So these GLP-1s is not to be taken lifelong. And it's not sustainable. It's a quick fix. And so understanding that it truly takes the mindset shift, it takes you really creating those healthy lifestyles when it comes to your sleeping habits, when it comes to that hand to mouth, what you're eating, when it comes to just simply moving your body. And I'll leave with this. One of the first things that should be done when somebody has been told they have diabetes, or even in that pre-diabetic stage, fix your diet. If you fix your diet, if you fix that diet, you can change a whole lot of things. And society is, let me get a quick fix. It's a microwave society. You're not solving your problem. You're not fixing it.
Absolutely. So by taking the over-the-counter GLP medications that aren't natural, we're saying that it's not fixing it. There's no sustainability. Other things are happening, right? Mm-hmm. Which is why it led Partner Code to actually come out with the Advantage, which is an all-natural alternative. Now you're talking sustainability, getting back balanced, and then also now getting your weight loss that you need naturally, safely, right? Absolutely love it, guys. Absolutely love it.
Bringing those waistlines.
Yeah, bringing those waistlines back. Waistlines back. I see now. I just see everybody's coming. You're like, how did they do that? Things that make you go, right? So it was either through something else that's not going to be sustainable or it's dangerous, or it's all natural, guys. I choose natural every day. So what goes hand in hand with the diet trap that we're no longer in, because we have products that are all natural, that work, that our body assimilates and loves, right? Your hydration, right? Understanding what water does for your body. We have to have somebody here today that's an expert on hydration. We're going to bring her on now, Miss Valerie Stewart. Tell us exactly how important it is that we get the water that our body needs every single day.
So water is super important. I hope I don't lose connection. But with water, I used to be someone who drank a lot of sodas, and I don't know if y'all can hear me.
I hear you. We hear you.
Okay, going in and out. But did you know that 75% of adults are dehydrated? So that, to me, that's crazy. And a lot of us don't realize we're dehydrated, but if we're tired, dizzy, feeling not like ourselves, kind of confused, then that's a sign that you're dehydrated. But there are some amazing benefits to water. So did you know that water helps boost metabolism? So when you're drinking water, especially cold water, it's a thermogenic response in your body. It heats up. So as the water and you're drinking water heats up in your body, and it's burning your metabolism because your water is having to work more to get it up to your regular body temperature. And so cold water actually boosted 30% more. Also, it helps with fat, like burning fat, because when you're drinking water, to burn fat, your body has to work harder. And so it needs water to do that. So, drinking more water, it goes all in your joints and everything. But there's certain things that we can do to help us get that water that we need in our body. So when you first wake up in the morning, drink some water. It'll help you with your mood. It'll help boost metabolism, helps your skin. I saw something that was like 8 by 8. So 8 ounces of water, 8 times a day. That's good, like at a minimum. And also at a minimum, if you take your body weight and like divide it by 3, that's like how many ounces you need at a minimum. But most of us are striving for more. What can help you drink more water is something like a good water bottle. You can put fruits in it, veggies, cucumbers, celery. Lemon water is really good because it's alkaline. It has vitamin C in it. So, when things taste better, it's easier for us to drink it. Also getting apps, like apps on your phone, reminders to drink water. Because, you get busy and you forget to drink your water. But if you make it a habit, then the longer you do it, the easier it is. Doing challenges with other people to keep yourself accountable. So those are ways that you can also get more water in you. And then, just be mindful, because if you're doing more things like working out or whatever, you need to drink more water. So those are just some few things about water.
Love it. Being mindful. I like that last part, being mindful. And it's important, guys, that, we start doing the research, for ourselves as well. It's a part of the process that we always talk about is you knowing for yourself. You'll know when you're really at that point to where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You start actually doing the Googles and the Chat GPTs yourself and coming up with this information. But we want to give you the simplicity of it so that you don't get into that information overload segment. All right. Just the simple part. I love what Valerie said. You divide your body weight by 3.
Yeah,
and that's the minimum.
Yeah, it's a minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Because guess what? That's probably a safer number than half your body weight, because if you're eating good vegetables and things like that, you're getting water from that as well.
Right.
All right. And you don't want to overhydrate. Look that one up. Okay. Whole other situation, guys. This thing is awesome when you get into it. We will talk about that.
We need them to drink some water. Most people are dehydrated, right?
Yep.
But that was one of my biggest struggles, the water, So I had to, I love all of those tips, Valerie, because those are some of the things that helped me to where now, I'm drinking enough water and then some every single day. But of course, I learned a long time ago to, not drink your calories. So all we drink around here is water. Even our kids, that's all they get is water. All right. So yeah, so those are some great tips and nuggets. So we're going to keep it moving, right, on here tonight. And we want to go ahead and we're going to go over to Virginia, bring on Fran Sean. And one of the things that I love about Fran Sean is when she talked about it in the beginning of simply making a commitment and making up her mind that, she was going to do it. She has gone all out, all in. And I don't know, she's on day, I don't know, 80 something, 90 something.
97.
For a minute, going live, and she literally has completely changed her eating habits. All right. So she is going to talk about the reality of food and what's really on these plates.
Yes. So this right here will be a food wake-up call. And the top of that, like Coach Nate said, your mindset. You have to be determined to change and to learn what's actually on your plate. So I won't go through everything that I found out, but I will share with you what I call my food trap cheat sheet. And hidden chemicals and sugar in food, and where it hides, how to avoid it. First of all, you got to check those labels. You got to check the labels. So many people don't realize that there's MSG in chips, soups, and seasonings. These are linked to headaches or hidden on the labels as yeast extract. The artificial colors in your candy, the sugary cereals, drinks, which are linked to hyperactivity, which is banned in some countries. Sodium nitrate. So they're found in bacon, hot dogs, deli meats, and it can form a carcinogenic compound. So BHA and BHT found in cereal, chips, and snacks as well. So these chemicals are linked to several health concerns, including endocrine disruption and organ system toxicity.
Okay, so now let's go. Let's go because you just lost a lot of people with those acronyms, right? Right. So let's think about this, because some people are like, well, I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Right. So
That's why I'm telling them what it's in.
yeah, right. They don't know. So one thing that we really want to advocate, guys, is if you're on here, most people don't want to just make drastic changes.
Right.
Most people aren't like Pam, just wake up and decide I'm gonna do 48-hour fast. I ain't drinking nothing but water. Right? Most people aren't like that. But there are those drastic people out there that's gonna go all in. If that's you, major ups to you. But the average person just wants to know, how can I start? Right? Just putting good stuff on my plate. Right? So let's take an average plate that a person would eat. Right? And I don't want to go all out, cook out, mama's cooking, or none of that. Right? Let's just go an average dinner that a person would have when they come home. Right? What do you guys think an average dinner would be for the busy family and the busy mom or dad that cooks? Anybody?
For my house, it's healthy.
Okay.
I use the basics. Of course, I use a lot of spices. No salt. If I do use salt, it's the pink Himalayan salt. And I only use it a little bit in cooking. Nothing added afterwards. Like I said, read the labels and knowing what's in things. Even things that are packaged as being healthy. You got to read that label because it's packed with sugar.
Absolutely.
Ketchup, granola bars, even low fat things. So you got to know what it is you're actually buying. We love fresh vegetables. So we're always going to have a fresh vegetable, a baked meat. My husband loves pasta. So I've been going to the international stores and they have a no MSG, lower sodium type of pasta. And it's called a sweet potato noodle. So that takes on you can cook it with anything, basically, with any vegetable and make a nice meal, and it lasts and it's filling.
Right.
So and pasta in the US, guys, is different than pasta in Italy, right? It's a totally different. The pasta here, you eat pasta here, it's gonna blow you up.
Right.
It's carbs, sugar, essentially. That's what it is, right? You eat pasta in Italy, you can eat a plateful because of how they make it.
Right.
So the healthier versions of pasta. So let's jump off, because what we're gonna ask Franchon to do for our next call is she's gonna create that list of foods that the do foods and the don't foods, or buy this, don't buy this. And she's gonna share it with you guys on next week. Okay. So let's keep the party moving. And was that everybody? Okay. So let's jump into the actual plan. All right.
Right. And while you're pulling up the plan, we got one more product that goes alongside that advantage. All right. And when you take and you put the two together, it is game over. All right. It is the epitome when it comes time to your health. Let's talk about this one.
Do you worry about getting sick? Have joint or mobility issues? Feel tired frequently? Have stress or moodiness? What if there were a product that strengthened your immune system, boosted your energy, uplifted your mood, supported your overall health? Discover the power of paradise, featuring Tahitian noni, a remarkable superfruit grown in lush French Polynesia, making it more potent than any noni in the world. Hand-picked in family-owned farms with tree-to-package traceability. A vegan formula that's packed with powerful antioxidants, adaptogens, phytonutrients, and nutrients, and free from soy, gluten, and artificial colors and flavors to naturally boost your energy, support healthy immune and cardiovascular systems, fight free radicals, promote mobility, help balance your mood, and maintain your overall wellness. Backed by clinical studies, third-party testing, decades of research, and with 170 million packages sold, people around the world have powered their health, their wellness, their lives with a sip of paradise. Will you? Tahitian Noni Original. Life powered by paradise.
All right, life powered by paradise. I love that, guys. That is what we call our foundation product right there. You get the noni in your body. then I know everybody on this panel takes the noni every single day because they understand the power of it. Guys, noni water is amazing as well, right? So here's the thing. We want to make sure we understand one important thing that Pam and I learned is if you're not willing through this first phase, if you're not willing to go through the hungry phase, it's going to be kind of tough for you. And there's no other way I can say that.
Yeah.
And I know there are people that are listening to this broadcast right now that can basically agree with me on that. They've all been through the hungry phase, right? And when you go through that hungry phase throughout the day and you're like, okay, I'm on my second meal and I can't eat a third or a fourth, right? And you know you're hungry, you're going to have to allow your stomach the opportunity to shrink. Okay. I don't know any other way to say it. We've all been through it here, I'm telling you. And some of you are out there like, yeah, me too, right? That's a beautiful phase to be, okay? So guys, here's the plan. I want to give you guys some numbers, and these are simple numbers. We're going to attach them to something. Write them vertically on your paper if you would. The first number is 8. The second number is 20. The third number is 25. The fourth number is 8. And the 10th number, I'm sorry, the fifth number is 10.
The fifth number
is 10. The fifth number is 10.
So 8, right? 20, 25, 8, 10.
There you go. All right. That's not a date. That's none of that. Right. I'm going to give you guys what you're going to do with those numbers. Right. So this simple plan, you need to stick to this. This isn't something, this isn't like it's going to right away, but this is something that you can build on. Right? It's about building on it. Now we got some high-speed people out there that are saying, I can do more. Right? But there are also some people out there that are saying, this is just right for me. Right? But we're meeting everybody in the middle. What I love about it, if you can do more, then guess what? Do more. Mm-hmm. Right? I love it. The first number, let's keep it simple, is the first thing you do when you roll out of the bed in the morning is what?
Drink 8 ounces.
Drink 8 ounces of water. 8 ounces of water. That's 8. The second number is 20. Here's going to be the stretch for some of y'all. Okay. You get out of the bed in the morning. I need for you to bend your body for 20 reps. I don't care if that's hello, good mornings, or if that's squats. I prefer squats. So let's just keep it 20 squats. Now, here's the thing. I don't care if you're getting in the bucket. I don't care if you're sitting on the stool. I just need for you to bend your knees, okay, down to where they hurt and back up. Let's start there.
Or good mornings.
Right? Or good mornings. I prefer squats. So let's put squats on the paper because everybody can do at least that. Okay? Right? If you can go down, challenge yourself and get down there. So 20 squats. Once you finish those 20 squats, go brush your teeth. Right? Because now we're getting ready to go downstairs and see other people. Okay? Go brush your teeth, go downstairs and do 25 jumping jacks. And if you need to do them modified, great. Just move your body. We're trying to get it's a reason, a method to this madness, guys. Okay? We're trying to get your body in that mode to where now it's different. Something's happening. And your body's like, hey, what are you doing to me? Right? Things start to happen, right? So that 25 is 25 jumping jacks. The 8 is that's when you start your fast. Now the 8 is at night. 8 p.m. you start your fast. At 8 p.m.
when we taking the
you start your fast.
And the advantage.
Hold on.
Okay.
You start your fast at 8 p.m. What does that mean? That means you don't eat anything after 8 o'clock. I don't care what it is. Don't put it in your mouth. Your mouth should not be chewing after 8 o'clock. Okay? You want to run it to the bone at 7:59, stop chewing by 8. Okay? Now, you come off of your fast or you break your fast on that last number, 10 o'clock. For all my high-speed mathematicians out there, how many hours is that?
12.
Y'all sure?
From 8 to 10, that's 14 hours.
14 hours. Y'all gonna make me look bad. Yeah. So look, but here's the deal. For some of y'all that say, you know what, I gotta eat something at 8. Okay, through your 12. But we're telling you to challenge you and do 10 o'clock. That's 14 hours. Why? Why do I need to not eat for 14 hours? Because it's easier to not eat because you sleep for like 6 of those hours at least. Right? And you're winding down. You don't want to give your body anything to do from 8 to the time you go to bed, but repair and rest. Rest and repair. Right? Get rid of all of the food. Now we can focus on helping you build muscle, helping you your body repair itself, helping the what you get ready to take. We're going to give you helping that process through your body. It can't do that if it's trying to process, a slab of ribs that you ate at 10 p.m.
Right.
Okay. 10 o'clock, you break your fast. 8 o'clock, you start your fast. Now, the supplements that we're going to ask that you guys take, we're going to recommend is that you get the 2 that we actually put on those videos. The Advantage and the Noni. 2 very affordable products. And I don't want anybody on here to say, I can't afford it. Because if you can afford to eat unhealthy, take that money that you're going to save from eating that stuff down that aisle you should be going and put it into the Advantage and the Noni.
Right.
Okay? And remember, you're going to get 15% off, right? Once you get from anybody that gives you their link, right?
Right.
Is it tonight or is this weekend?
All weekend.
All weekend, you're going to get 15% off when you purchase from anybody that gives you the link, okay? Especially the people on this panel, all right? You're going to get 15% off, all right? Now, your moving part is we're going to go above and beyond after you've done your jumping jacks. I would say in the evening when you get home or during your lunch break, guys, walk. Get your steps in. Set your watch. Steps. Walk. How many steps should we do a day?
At least 10,000.
At least 10,000.
It's 10,000.
That's a challenge for some people. Like, ooh, but guess what? Some of you walk close to that every day. You just don't know it. But if you know you're not getting your steps, guys, put on your running shoes, your walking shoes, and get out and walk. The weather is nice in most places. Get out and move your body. And we just build on this from there. You're going to start noticing more energy. Your body is going to start changing. And guess what? You're not going to want to turn back. Okay? All right. All right. So all of my amazing superstars on panel, anything you guys want to say to close us out? Words of encouragement?
Oh, when we kicking it off.
The key is starting. Don't think about it. Just do it. You'll be surprised that each day when you make that decision to start and you get active, you become addictive subconsciously because each step counts. Each movement, each ounce of water that we drink, it counts. You got to start. You've been thinking about it for too long. Now it's time to put some action behind these thoughts to make it happen. And you can do it.
I'm going to say habits create lasting results. And these simple habits, these simple steps that have been given, they will create lasting results. It is you versus you in this season of your life.
I love it.
Love it.
Love it. Love it.
You versus you.
Stay out of your head. Stay out of your head. Just move. One step. Take what that works. One step.
Dangerous in there. Danger zone inside of here. All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Miss Valerie.
I would say you're stronger than you think you are. Just start. And the more you do it, the more that you won't turn back. So you just got to get started, but you are stronger than you think you are.
I love it. I love it. Love it. All right, Pam says, when are we starting? When are we starting, Miss McCray?
Well, I was saying Monday, but we can start it tomorrow. I mean,
there's no time like the present. Start it tomorrow.
Start it tomorrow.
Right. So we're past. So guess what? Guess what? You can start
your product. You can order your product, and then
So some of y'all eating right now, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Finish what you're eating, and then we're gonna start your at 10 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. It was 10 o'clock. Don't eat until 10 o'clock in the morning. who's up for that challenge? Some of y'all like, I don't know if I can. I promise you, as Valerie said, you're stronger than you think you are.
Oh, absolutely.
Trust me. And you're gonna be hungry. I'm not gonna even tell you you're not.
But once you go through it, it'll be a breeze.
Yes. But it'll be worth it. All right.
Absolutely.
There you go. So follow the plan, guys. Again, 8, 20, 25, 8, 10, 8 ounces of water, 20 squats, 25 jumping jacks. 8 o'clock p.m. you start your fast. At 10 o'clock a.m. you break your fast. 14 hours, your body will absolutely love you for it, guys. We'll see you guys back next week. We went over a little bit more here, so we can kick this thing off. But we're gonna come with a specific topic for you guys every week for the rest of this month, and to give you guys the ammunition you need to conquer and get better and win. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys on next week. Remember, you are stronger than you think you are. I love that, Valerie.
Absolutely. So good night, everybody. See you all next time. Have yourself an incredible evening, everybody.
Bye-bye, y'all.